Let's talk about Salma Hayek's connections with her husband to the judge and Blake and Ryan. Now, I've heard a lot of people say that Blake being seen out with Salma Hayek a month before Justin's cases were dismissed is a complete coincidence. I might agree if Blake hadn't previously used Easter eggs being out with Taylor Swift. Around the time, it was 2023, September, October 2023, around the time things were getting really contentious with Justin Baldoni. And I will maintain my position that that was always Easter eggs to him of like, look who I'm connected with. Because when you see celebrities, they want to be seen. However, when you actually look at the connections, Salma Hayek's husband is like connected to everything that is luxury and elite. And through his holding company, Artemis, he is an owner of CAA, which is basically the equivalent of WME. Well, wouldn't you know it, that Judge Liman's brother, this one here on IMBD, is represented by CAA. His connections originally with Salma and the husband didn't really spark my interest that much until I had found this and put it on a YouTube video 2 days ago in regards to the 2020 financial disclosure of Judge Liman. He had his T-Mobile stock in 2020 listed from $15,001 to $50,000 cash market value. And on February 6th and February 12th, he purchased $1 to $15,000 worth of T-Mobile stock. Might all be a coincidence. I mean, there's a lot of coincidences, but I'll go with you there. However, November 2019, Ryan Reynolds officially acquires ownership stake in Mint Mobile, and that was very publicly announced. He became the majority stakeholder and face of the brand. Early 2020, again, the year that Judge Liman made 2 purchases of T-Mobile stock up to $15,000, Ryan Reynolds is everywhere in the Mint Mobile campaigns. At that point, and I have this all in the YouTube video from 2 days ago, Mint Mobile is still independent, but it is using the T-Mobile infrastructure. So in other words, it was still financially intertwined with Mint Mobile. Then March 2023, T-Mobile fully acquires Mint Mobile in a $1.35 billion deal, and Ryan Reynolds cashes out part of his stake but stays on as the creative lead. So again, it might all be one big coincidence, but how many coincidences have to pop up before you start to wonder if there's maybe one too many? And when we look at these connections, Salma Hayek, her husband, CAA, this is the elite. This is the elite of Hollywood. The whole point is these people feel untouchable. At the very least, I think the judge should have recused himself just to avoid the exact thing that we're seeing now. But I, again, have more on that on YouTube because he refused to recuse himself when he had not disclosed financial connections similar to this in the past.